here?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother.
Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Called out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life. So I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you, and we got another mock draft going. So I know you guys are going to be ready for this. A standard 1 QB league. We got kickers. We got defense in there. Keeping it real vanilla today again for you guys. Make sure you throw in some comments of who's drafting the best team, everything like that. We love the audience participation. All right. First guy we're going to bring out here, he's representing the Daily Sporting, my man Taco.
What up, Hush? How you doing, brother? How you doing? I like these
good.
vanilla leagues. I can't lie, bro. These vanilla leagues are delicious to me. It's like num. All the big money people, we start drafting, I would say this Sunday going into the start of the season, right?
Yeah, I mean, Monday, I think the 30th, that's kind of like the day when I feel like a lot are starting just because everyone's waiting for week 3 of the preseason because I know a lot of people think that some starters aren't going to play, but I mean, there's still going to be some starters looking to play who are fighting for, some playing time. Guys,
yeah, I just heard the Jets head coach had just said that Zach Wilson and I think Elijah Moore and some of those guys are playing week 3. So, yeah, you're right. That's the last Sunday, so you want to avoid as many potential injuries as you can.
Yeah, from everyone who drafted Travis Etienne as a starter, whether it's a flex or running back 2, that's why we try to wait until after week 3 for redrafts.
How about that Rams situation? Went Akers, then you're hyped on Hendo. Now all of a sudden you got Michelle in there, and you're like, oh shit, what's next?
We already know. Back up the truck.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you've seen him on a couple shows before. You already know he likes those big butt receivers. Let's bring him out here. My man JC Money Design.
I like big butts and I can't lie.
Let's go, baby. Hey, haters gonna hate. Let's go.
There we go.
I'll take the hate all day.
You better be drafting some big butt wide receivers this time. I think you kind of went the opposite way with.
Well, I gotta try something different every time. I mean, let's try something different every time. This time, I'm actually gonna try something different too. I kind of went with I kind of wanted to go heavy on nicer QBs, and then some guys that are gonna hit on some of the other guys. But we'll see what goes on here. A little something different this time.
There we go. Another recurring guest. He's always bringing the heat. Man, he's going to be the guy who's clowning Justin pretty much this whole show. Let's bring him out here. Always wrecking some havoc. My man, Steven, Titans for Life.
What's up, guys?
What up?
I'm just here so I won't get fined and the bust on Justin.
Hey, the only thing missing here is that amazing beard you used to have.
All right. And last but not least, I think this might be his first time on the show, but he's been a Patreon member forever. And, we got in a few leagues together. So, let's bring him out here. My man James, trading for hobby.
What's up?
What up?
Oh, the new guy gets the Cena music. I see how it is.
Cena was it was so awesome watching him, dude. It was so awesome watching him.
I was actually nervous. I didn't know what to expect.
Statavelli, what up? Winking Weeds in the building.
Winking Billy.
New guy should have got Green Acres or something like that as the intro music.
Yeah.
Joint the clown.
And I know we got a bunch of people watching on Facebook right now, even if we don't have any comments. Everyone on Facebook, make sure you jump over to YouTube, Fantasy Football Hustler. The chat is way more lit. There's got a lot of options there, and your comments will be seen a lot sooner as well.
And you can clown me a lot more fast. Sure.
Yeah.
A lot more fast.
Sure.
And so
A lot more
it
fast. Hey, you didn't hear the end. You didn't even listen to the end. You gotta just jump in real quick. I said a lot more fast. Sure.
Yeah. And if
Jumping
you're not
in too quick, Steven.
And if you're not an official YouTube member, officially a part of the 420 crew on YouTube, look right below the chat. There's a little join button. Go ahead and hit that. You can get signed up. It is a monthly membership, but you're going to get into the Discord. You're going to get access to the dope emojis that we got. Nobody on YouTube has emojis as dope as me. Francisco, why don't you show them what the member only emojis look like, since it looks like you're the only YouTube member in here. Oh, there we go. JC Money on it. What up?
You know I'm a YouTube member, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta represent the brand.
You can't see it on here because StreamYard's not up on it. That's why you want to be on YouTube. But, yeah, we got the 420 emoji, dab rig emoji, the pipe emoji, and the 420 crew emoji. There we go. And there is one more, a joint emoji that Francisco threw in there right at the end.
I brought this
Hell
for you,
yeah.
Steven. The raspberry.
Raspberry top.
All right, let me tag Bear down real quick and make sure that he knows we're about to start. And let's kick this off.
I like his name, Beard Down. I want to see
Yeah.
his beard. It makes me want to see his beard.
Yeah. Thanks, Wink and Weeds. Appreciate you, bro. All right, there he is. And so let's kick this off. All right, and we're going to do better for the podcast people, not like yesterday. So after every round, I'm going to have someone else read it off, not just me. So.
Remember to let's get some donations.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
You guys already know we got the Dream to Walk. We got the Dream to Walk League starting this Friday. So any donations that come in throughout the week, 100% is going to the Dream to Walk Foundation. So look at the bottom of the screen. You can donate on Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, and PayPal. You can donate through YouTube, but YouTube's going to steal about 50% of it. So,
and it goes to a really good cause. It goes to a really good cause. One of our friends, man, he's got a good,
He's a really good guy, too.
And, I mean, yeah, really good guy. And it's going to a really good cause. Oh, yeah, he liked his logo, too.
Hell yeah, of course he did.
He's like, oh, you made it look just like the Cowboys? He's like, I was like, yeah, you asked for it, bro. I got you.
You make some awesome logos, man. I wish I had your skills.
It ain't really just skills. I mean, it ain't skills to me. It's just more using a weird brain.
JJ Burke calling out Jamestown says he's a punk.
We all already knew that. Anybody that takes selfies in the mirror flexing is a punk.
Yeah.
Bogart in the building. What up, bro? Give me money.
J-Mock taking Tim's side. Ugh, can't believe you. Can't believe you. The guy who was dogging on you this whole time, you just jump on his wagon. He loves it. He'll love it.
Hey, Taco, so after your second pick, why don't you read out the first round of picks?
Sure.
Since we are almost there.
This is going to be interesting because in my league with my home league, I have 11th pick. So there's a few guys I'm looking at that I definitely do not want, and Nick Chubb is definitely one of them. Like,
Nick Chubb, someone you do not want?
I do not. It's a PPR league. I do not want him. I am going anyone but Nick Chubb. He will not be on my team. I'll take Tyreek Hill. I'll take Devontae Adams. I'll take Austin Eckler. I'll take Aaron Jones. I'll take Saquon Barkley. I'll take Travis Kelce. I'm not taking Chubb.
Chubb and
Eckler just went right before your pick.
Yep.
Would you not take Derrick Henry then?
I would take Henry before I take Chubb.
Why?
But
I mean, hold on. I'm not a huge. I'm not huge on Chubb either. I'm not huge on Chubb.
Taco. Just enough.
I'm not huge on Chubb, but He's the same style of player as Henry. He's not as, I mean, he hasn't really been healthy enough to put up those kind of numbers, but he's the same style of player that Henry is. And he's in that kind of offense too, especially with Stefanski calling plays. He's going to run the ball. All he's going to do is run the ball.
I agree, but there's still Hunt there. He doesn't really catch passes. And in PPR leagues, a guy like Eckler to me offers more upside, I feel like.
I'm so off of Eckler.
I can't. And like here, I kind of got boxed in. I probably should have taken Jones because I would have been left with one of the wide receivers. And now I guess I'm gonna have to take the other guy that I'm not really into, and go with Jonathan Taylor. But the first round broke down pretty normal. First was McCaffrey.
Oh, Krabby,
one.
You suck.
Dalvin Cook went 1-2. Kamara went 1-3. Derrick Henry went 1-4. Travis Kelce went 1-5. Barkley went 1-6. Stephon Diggs went 1-7. Ezekiel Elliott falling down to 1-8. He's starting to become a value to me. Nick Chubb went 1-9. Eckler went 1-10. And then we went receiver with Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill going 111 and 112.
Yeah, I was going to go Najee there, but I'll take Hopkins. That's fine in the second round.
Yeah, so someone flamed me for taking Kelsey, saying it was lame. My rationale is tight end is such a pain in the ass to deal with all season.
Jesus.
And Kelsey is like money in the bank. You know what you're going to get with him.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And I don't trust Peyton because I don't know what he's going to do with Kamara this year with the quarterbacks. And Zeke burnt me last year. And I'm not a big Chubb fan, like Taco said. I think Jonathan Taylor's overrated. So it's really like there wasn't a lot of guys that I felt like I really would want.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I had the 1-4 originally in that draft. And as I was doing my mocks and my predictions, I don't feel comfortable taking Henry. Like, I get it. He's good. I get he's safe. I get he has a good workload. But in the PPR league, unless he's getting 2,000 yards and 16 touchdowns, it's going to be hard for him to return on that investment. So I was actually looking at Devontae Adams and Travis Kelce and Austin Eckler around 1-4 to 1-5 as possible guys that I would take right there in PPR settings. In half point and in standard, I definitely agree that a guy like Henry and Chubb would have more value, but in full point PPR, I'm leaning more towards some of these other guys.
Yeah, and I only do PPRs, and that's why I like that. And I like the Green Bay guys. I like Jones and Devontae. I had them in 2 separate leagues last year, and they did good for me.
Yep. Honestly, I feel like Jones is really pressing up to me where he could be in that top 5 conversation just because you don't have Williams this year. We know that Green Bay likes to use their running backs, and I feel like he, when he's good, he's great, and if he's just healthy enough, his upside is sky high.
What scares me is they have somebody that's exactly similar right there behind him. So that scares me.
But
you don't have Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is the PPR guy. The guy who comes in and just takes all those catches. He takes all that stuff. But it doesn't matter. They have Dylan.
But now with no Williams to come in there for the passing, doesn't this mean that Jones's passing game could go up more? Doesn't this give him more of a chance to actually get involved in the passing game?
Who's that rookie they got this year that he's a pass catcher?
It don't matter. No,
Colin Hill.
No.
I don't think. I think it's going to be all Jones and Dylan. But I feel like, it's not like Funchess was going to be a thing, but they already put him on IR. MVS and Alan Lazard. Those guys are just deep threats. So I feel like as far as like underneath, it's literally Adams and Jones. Like there is no other underneath game. Even Tunyon, they get him down the field more than they kind of get him in the short game.
I think that's why they also went and got Cobb again because Cobb's really going to operate in that space.
Yeah,
but I do think that Dylan's could have a decent role, but I think that this is the year they let really Jones eat. And if Jones gets a good amount of volume, I think that he could be really good. Like I like him more than Chubb.
So when you say volume, I break a lot of it down to like snap percentage.
Right.
We talked about it on one of these mocks where he's pretty much like a 45 to like 52%, maybe sometimes 55. That's usually his max. You think he's getting more than 55%?
Well, I was operating under the assumption that he's getting about 45% of the workload. like it normally was, and he's probably going to be hitting to 55 to 60. So you're going to be seeing almost a 10 to 15% increase in his workload, including more passing work, which we see 2 years ago. He put up, one of the top seasons at running back.
19 touchdowns, right? 2019.
Yeah.
Man,
So
I hate what's here.
But that's also a year that Aaron Rodgers didn't do quite as good. So it's going to be one or the other. Jones or Rodgers, one of them is going to blow up. One Aaron is going to be good.
All right.
Yeah, now backtracking to Jamal Williams, I took him to have a handcuff to Aaron Jones, but he really didn't get any work at all. And now I feel that his career just going to Detroit, that might, with DeAndre Swift, if he's not healthy, that'll probably help him. But that poor guy went from a playoff veteran quarterback, good team, to the Lions. And Jared Goff, who's probably would be good for running backs because he's just going to panic chuck it because he can't throw the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's funny. Before this the stream started, I was watching on ESPN. They were showing the story about how Stafford hooked up with the Rams. He went on vacation to Cabo, and one of his friends was down there. Was a defense guy from the Rams, and Sean McVay was there, and they got together and they hung out, and then they started negotiating the trade.
That's funny. That's
for
awesome.
Stafford. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I was just watching it before the stream.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This pick right here stinks. There's nobody good.
That's
I
bad.
have to reach here. I gotta go take a cup.
James, do me a favor. Read out the second round here since you got a while before your next pick.
You got it. So we got Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris. I keep on seeing them going higher and higher. DeAndre Hopkins, Josh Allen, Kevin Ridley. I took DK, Joe Mixon, CEH, AJ Brown, and J.K. Dobbins.
Still, yeah, first and second round is all running backs, and it just seems like the next 3 rounds are usually majority like wide receivers after that. Let me read out the third round here. Started off with Darren Waller, Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen, George Kittle, Terry McLaurin, Allen Robinson, David Montgomery, Kyle Pitts, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, and Miles Sanders.
I'm not a big Miles Sanders guy.
Me neither.
It's just they run through running backs like crazy. It's almost like the Patriots situation where they never know. You never know who's going to be the one that's going to be on fire that week. They just keep cycling through them.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your opinions, how many rounds do you consider zero RB before you start taking running backs?
4th.
I feel like it's got to be the first 4 rounds.
Because you guys took all the running backs, so I'm just like, maybe I'll do a little zero RB this time. I've never tried it before.
Damn it, that's not who I meant to pick. I meant to
Especially in a mob.
Edmonds is in the 4th round now. No way.
Yeah, that's bad. I don't know what's going on.
Oh
with
my
this
god.
Guy. I meant to take.
God
damn it.
So Bogard says first 3 rounds to him is zero RB.
Yeah. Holy shit, bro. These running backs the prices of these running backs is insane.
Oh yeah.
Well, they got on me last night for not taking enough running backs, so I told them, I don't screw y'all and take all of them this time.
Yeah. Fuck you. I thought that James Robinson was going to fall to me. So for me, James Robinson is my 13th RB now. He was 22nd when it was him and ETN. I've moved him all the way up to 13.
Yeah, because he has
doesn't scare you?
He has nobody behind him now. Hyde has nothing left on the wheels. I doubt Hyde makes the final roster.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be all. I think it's going to be all Robinson. I mean, he's smart. He knows the playbook. He's decent in pass protection. I mean, Bogart, we were talking about a little bit earlier how he did take some snaps out of the slot. Not many, and he wasn't necessarily a pass catching running back, but he caught enough to where, I mean, he wasn't. Actually, I don't know. I got to go look at that because Derrick Henry had like 30 receptions last year. I wonder if Robinson had more than that. But
oh yeah, Robinson was getting catches.
Let me go over to the Hustler draft.
I don't know.
Robinson had 1,400 all-purpose yards. I read that last night.
Oh, Tim said he's not. He said it's Clyde Edwards' season, or Clyde. Or what's his name? Fucking
CH?
Clyde Edwards.
Hyde. No, Hyde. Carlos Hyde season. Dude, I mixed him up last night, dude. I said Hyde last night, and I was trying to talk about Clyde. God damn it.
Okay, so here was his workload last year: 240 rush attempts, 60 targets, 1,070 rush yards, 7 rush TDs, 49 receptions for 344 yards.
That's pretty good.
And three receiving TDs and only 1 fumble.
Yeah, so I was trying to take Josh Jacobs over Swift. I like him better than Swift.
And Steven or Justin, either you guys looking at the draft to where you can read off the 4th round?
Yeah, I'll read it off.
Oh, go
ahead. So we started off with Chris Carson, then so double Chris. We went double Chris Carson, then Chris Godwin, then with tight end went off, Mark Andrews, then James Robinson, the beast. Then I went Swift, which was an accident. But it's all right. I'll roll with it. Whatever. We'll see what he does. Then Chase Edmonds, which is way too soon. Then Myles Gaskin, which I'm getting hot on, dude. He's gonna be. There's something about him with Tua. There's a connection there. So I like that pick, Huss.
Oh yeah.
Robert Woods, Bobby Branches. What I like to call him, Bobby Branches. He's gonna be a beast. Amari Cooper, I'm not high on him, but I think he'll still put up numbers. Josh Jacobs, Darrell Henderson, Kareem Hunt. All guys that'll at least be a good flex, or I mean they'll put up numbers. I mean I like Josh Jacobs at least to be a RB2.
I can't lie, man. I looked at Jacobs. I didn't even look at Gaskins because I was like, I thought Gaskins would last a little bit longer. Same thing with Edmonds. I want no part of Swift.
Not with the hype.
Yeah. I didn't notice his height was getting this high. I was forced into taking Godwin. I wanted a running back there.
Everybody was off Gaskins, and then all of a sudden, this last game where he was doing some weird, crazy shit with Tua, and the connection was kind of there. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm back there! I'm back on."
We got
another
one back on auto.
I just got sniped twice.
Yeah.
I was about to say, how late are these quarterbacks going to go?
I was going to take Mahomes. I said that was the first time I was ever going to get him in a mock.
I don't know how Josh Allen went in the second round over all of them.
Did y'all see the preseason game with Lamar Jackson? He looked awful. I mean, first class awful.
Yo,
that was funny.
What is it with you and these running backs, bro?
Hey.
You're really on some like
Hustler. I was fixing to take him, Hustler.
Yeah, you can trade me for James Robinson because you took him right before I was going to take him.
This is like every single draft. Hustler got 3, 4, 5 running backs.
I
got J-Rob last year on waiver in all 3 leagues.
That's right, Bogart.
And that was one of the best things I ever did.
Yeah.
He's a beast last year, especially when he played against the Titans. I hated him.
And then I stole Mike Davis. Thank God I saved my waiver because I was in a 14-team Superflex deep league. Alex knows I struggled with that league, and I got fucked on the playoffs for the bye. I had to fight my way through it, and I ended up actually finishing second in that league when I thought I was going to go nowhere near the playoffs. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, so I got a question for everyone. Is Julio Jones really falling that far? Like, is everyone like so anti-Julio?
It's not anti-Julio.
He's in
age.
It's age, and then the system that he plays in now. They don't throw it as much. They rely.
How often do you see Tannehill throwing the deep ball?
Enough.
I wasn't anti-Julio until I see everybody and their mother talking about his injuries and how he's pretty fragile. And I'm like, I was going to go Julio and I passed him up. And I think I grabbed Robert Woods or Terry that round.
Here's another question.
Upside, Julio has a lot of upside. A lot of upside.
Like
there's a lot of other guys around this part too that have upside. That's why I took Ayuk. That's the upside, and he's young.
No, I agree. He could be the number 1 over there, and Kittle is brittle, so he goes down. Ayuk is all the way up. But I just feel like this dude Jones is dropping like 5th round to get a guy like Julio. Where I mean, last season we saw Corey Davis and AJ Brown both putting up solid numbers with Henry. I think that this is a good possibility that we can see Jones and
you're on the clock, Taco, just in case.
Shit.
Yeah. But it's just, I mean, Tannehill to me, man, he throws to who? I mean, he's gonna look at AJ first every time.
Usually outside receivers for the Titans don't really get much deep work. It's always either a curl, a slant, or something of that nature. The only deep work, for the most part, goes to the slot receiver.
Julio's also going into a new system with actually a new coach too. So there's a brand new coach there.
And Steven, can you read off the 5th round for us for all the podcast listeners?
Yes, sir. Let me make my pick right quick. And
Oof. This guy's sticky.
Don't give him to me, Steven.
And just for context, I took Myles Gaskin. He was the 22nd running back off the board.
God damn it.
And Julio was the 22nd wide receiver off the board.
You should have took Jamar again.
So you said the 5th round?
5th round, starting with Deontay Johnson.
First went Deontay Johnson. Second was DJ Moore. Third, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think Judy.
Fourth was Murray. Fifth was Lamar Jackson. Sixth was my boy Javonte Williams. Seventh was Thielen. Eighth was Ayuk. Ninth was Davis. 10th was Julio Jones. 11th was Ronald Jones. And 12th was Mostert.
Yeah. And no worries, Nicole. Yeah, Nicole's big C said, sorry about the auto pick, but she started the mini run there. Yeah, Mahomes and Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson back to back.
Hustler, really? Gasper, Williams, and Carter back to back. Really?
Oh yeah.
Really? Leave something for us out here, kid. Like, come on, man.
What was the last guy? He's got like 18 running backs already.
I started off slow on Carter, but I mean, the more I've read about Carter, the more I've seen him play. I feel like he's going to do really good on the Jets.
I agree. I thought that maybe he would sneak around till I come back around. I thought Harris maybe would sneak around. I took Jones, who's like I have barely above those two, only because Jones has done it, and I feel like with the Tampa Bay Bucks, they're gonna run it. But the more I think about Jones, the more I kind of realize that they have Giovanni Bernard there now.
Yeah.
And how much is that going to affect him? Because you have Lenny, you have Gio, and you have Jones.
And the only one who can pass protect is Gio.
Yeah, so Gio might be the sneaky steal out of that, where it's like everyone's forgetting about Gio, but he could be actually a sneaky play.
And what's his name? The coach for the Bucks, I forget his name. Bruce Arians. He loves those gadget running backs.
So does Tom Brady.
Yep.
Mr. James
Bogart. Why are you taking all the running backs?
Bogart Jr.
The running back league.
Yeah, like the fuck, the two of you guys just box together like all the running backs. Y'all have like 10 running backs. I have 2.
Well, look at Steamboat there on the end.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, between y'all two,
Taco, looks like you're getting a C- tonight, bud.
Well, I don't know. I got Godwin as like my 3rd wide receiver. Like, that's pretty crazy.
That is nice.
That's Bogart's friend. You said, right?
Yeah, Steamboat.
Oh, I just saw GMM. I'm like, oh, that's Bogart.
Yeah, they said he wanted to see where guys like James Robinson would fall after all this news and stuff.
And remember, guys, this is PPR.
Steamboat's in the building right there. There we go.
We stay with it stable. My dude, I think you got a whole farm there, buddy.
Thanks.
It's a lot of injured people in those running
That's
backs
what I was
stable.
I think you've got the retirement farm, bud.
Yeah. Glue factory.
Hopefully you're done with running backs at least.
Dang it, beard down.
Yo, those running backs go down quick though.
Oh
DJ
yeah.
Shark.
Well, that's like this year I did my first super flex with Hustler, and I didn't realize how fast the quarterbacks would go.
Dude.
It was insane. It was the first. I mean, I think there was only like 2 or 3 non-quarterbacks taken in the first round. It was insane.
Wait till we do that 2 QB, start 2 QB super flex league. Oh my god. It's gonna be like 3 rounds of just like all quarterbacks.
I'm not join up on that one too.
Yeah. That's no fun.
Dude, it'd be crazy though. 'Cause you're gonna be getting like running backs that are like legit crazy good in like the 5th round. You're like, what?
Let me tell you how fun it was. Last year I got Travis Kelce in the 5th round.
See, I don't know.
Even CMC doesn't go that early in a super.
No, so this is 2 QB plus super flex. So CMC goes like 7th or 8th. Like that's how far he drops in that kind of league, where you can start 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
it all depends on the format, not
2.
necessarily the player.
You legit have to start 2 quarterbacks. So that's the.
And James, since you got a little bit before your pick,
don't do it, Justin. Don't do it, Justin.
6th round?
Yeah, round 6.
All right, so we got Damian Harris.
I'll do this.
TJ Hawk.
Oh my god.
Tyler Lockett.
Is that what you said? Don't do
T.
that.
Higgins. Jerry Jeudy. Mike Gesicki. Michael Carter. I don't know why you like anybody on the Jets.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jets. I mean, there was a dude.
I'm from New York. Melvin Gordon, Jamar Chase, Kenny Galladay, Trey Sermon, and Devonta Smith.
Nice. And some breaking news from Adam Schefter. For the IDP people, anyways, Panthers are trading Denzel Perryman to the Las Vegas Raiders. I didn't think that he was going to do too much with the Panthers, anyways. I don't know how much he's going to do with the Raiders either.
I just picked him up.
I would say nice, but I don't know if it's going to be.
Hey, I gave $0 for him, so I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, end of the bench.
And for some reason, I trade too much during the draft, and I always end up with bench spots. y'all have unlocked a beast in me ever since I started doing these with y'all.
Well, we're happy to have you, brother. Happy to have you. I like Russ, but nobody ever lets him cook.
No.
Oh shit.
I had Russell Wilson last year.
Taco, you slacking again?
And after that week 6, I was like shitting a brick every week.
It's so man.
You know what?
It's so tough.
Let's go! I'm taking the risk. That's my baby.
Did I say this? So did I say this last night? So just think about
Michael Thomas.
Think about drafting Mahomes if he was and he has to stay in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take him number 1 as the number 1 quarterback? You're gonna take him as the number 1 quarterback if Mahomes has to stay in the pocket all the time.
We can really touch you, Taco.
No, this is my question for you. Would you take Mahomes if he had the same kind of injury and he had to stay in the pocket all the time to throw the ball? That's the thing that worries me about Dak. You're taking a risk, but you're taking a big risk.
That's why I don't want Dak for that reason.
Dak does the thing about Dak that's so good about him. That the reason I like him is the fact that he does what Mahomes does. He's a Mahomes light. He does shit like he scrambles out of the pocket and he throws the ball and he gets rid of it, or he runs up the middle real quick. Like he does stuff like that. But if
He's been doing stuff that in camp.
Yeah, okay.
You want me to go ahead and read the 6th round, Hustler?
Yeah, dude.
Makes me nervous.
7th round.
7th round. Okay. 1st and 7th round was Robbie Anderson.
Great.
2nd was DJ Chark. 3rd was Juju Smith-Schuster. Then we had the double pit running back. Chase Claypool was next. James Conner, Brandon Cooks, Deebo Samuel, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Fournette, Prescott, Thomas. And then beginning the 8th, we had Rodgers, Drake, Stafford, Tannehill, Chenault, Jamal Williams.
LaVisca's the next Percy Harvin.
Yeah, I was between LaVisca and Tannehill, but I wanted to go ahead and lock up my second quarterback.
I thought Jamal Williams would still be on the board for my next pick. That's why I took Drake.
Crown Royal's been sipping the
shit is getting ridiculous.
How could you pick Williams or Drake over Williams? Williams is going to knock Swift out of that running back competition quick.
I agree with you, but I thought that I could get him in one more round, just the way the ADPs were, and I figured some guys would need some other things. And damn, Williams is gonna have to start rising. I should have took him over Prescott. Like, fuck that.
And I'm just saying, Michael Carter as my fourth running back. I mean, I'd be a little bit sad if I was getting pissed about, missing out on Jamal Williams. I'm just saying.
Yo, Huss.
Guys out there.
Huss. My boy Cup could put up numbers with any of your top dudes. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Hey, he can.
Hey,
if
he don't pull a hammy trying to get down the field.
You right, but Stafford gonna make sure he's eating, even if he's only going 5 yards. 5 yards, 5 yards, boom.
Look who's in the building. He's making his way from backstage.
Is it
Bogart in the building?
Okay, let's go.
We just had like.
What's up, fellas?
We just had
what up, homie?
Hey, man, I got off early. I couldn't make the draft, but I was like, I'm damn sure gonna make the stream. You know what I mean?
My fucking guy right there.
Yeah, what's up, JC Money Design? What up, homie? What's up, Steve?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Taco?
What up, sir? Yo, that should be bugging me out because my real name's Steve. So every time you say it, I look over like, oh, how are we? Oh, I'm Taco now.
hey, shout out to Bo with the guy with the hot sauces. Anytime I'm on with him, because I've been on a couple shows with Bo, and then they be like, yo, Bo, what you think? And we were both talking like, oh yeah, well, people call me Bo too. Right. But he's Bo with the hot sauces though, and I highly recommend everyone go and order his gourmet hot sauces.
He has hot sauce.
Yo, facts.
Yeah, that dude, Bo.
Dude. Oh, yeah, his shit. Yeah.
Drop
that link. Drop that link in the chat.
I don't know the link off the top, but I will say on Instagram, he is a big time flavor. Actually, there it is. BigTimeFlavor.com is where you can find his sauces.
Dude, I love hot sauce.
Yeah, he's from Northern Cali too. He's a cool dude, man. I had the pleasure of working with him on a couple of shows.
Nice.
Well, we just added like 45 minutes to the show. Bogart joined. He's gonna talk a lot.
Listen. I'm here to listen.
Okay, whatever.
Hey, you know what's funny is yesterday I was just high. You know what I mean?
Dude, what's wrong with being high? Nothing at all.
No, I was just high. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
when you get drunk, it's another level.
Yeah, listen. It's a good thing I wasn't sober. And I will never quit. It was like I actually need these are actually performance enhancing drugs. But I probably need them to perform better. You know what I mean? Or I'd just be talking.
That sounds like something Chappelle would say.
Chappelle give me money.
Dude, Chappelle's a beast. He's a legend, man. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Do me a favor. Read out round 8 while I make my pick, and then probably be right in time for your pick.
Yeah, round 8 started off with Aaron Rodgers at the 8-1. Kenyon Drake at the 8-2, Stafford at the 8-3, Tannehill at the 8-4, Visca at the 8-5, Jamal Williams at the 8-6.
I love Visca.
Sutton at the 8-7, Anderson, Edwards at the 8-8, Beckham at the 8-9.
Wait, Edwards? Edmonds.
Edwards.
Not Gus Bus.
Oh, the Gus Bus that high? Damn, preseason does it.
Bro, for real.
People watch my sleepers video. They know Jamal Williams and Gus Edwards cracked that video.
Damn. They just bought all the risk and took away all the value.
I agree. And then the 8th round ended out with Tom Brady at 8-10, Waddle 8-11, and Antonio Brown at 8-12. And then I just got sniped for Corey goddamn Davis.
Was there ever a day that we were upset Did you guys ever imagine that a day we would be upset that we were sniped for Corey Davis?
Bro, he screwed me last year.
Hold
but I
on.
love him,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, probably in the rookie draft.
True.
Probably.
You ain't lying, money. Money got it right on that one because I was the Corey Davis guy.
I mean, he was drafted pretty high. There's plenty of guys like that happens, man.
Steamboat told me in a draft one time, like it was his 14 team Superflex IDP. Actually, I always draw a lot of correlations between him and the Hustler. I think that's why I get along with Hus so much. But like I told Steamboat, I was like, I got this guy, bro. I pull up Corey Davis. I think it was like the 6th round in the Superflex. He was like, no one out of 14 of us was ever gonna look at him there. So I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Because I was so on him that like I pulled him up where I thought he would finish. You know what I mean? Like, so be aware. Don't make the Bogard mistakes.
Year 1 through year 4, this is all they said about Corey Davis.
Man, though, listen, he got the white Mahomes thrown to him. We got to be careful.
White Mahomes.
On Corey Davis's first 3 years, who did he have to take the pressure off of him?
You know what's funny? There was this other show I used to work with, and like when I was on that show, I remember my Zach Wilson take was he's dumbass Mahomes. Because I'm from the Bay, so when you say dumbass, you might even be saying like, oh, that shit is tight. But like, you know, in this case, it was like a double entendre. Like, you know, he's dumbass Mahomes. Like he does Mahomes-esque things. But then
I love you.
He makes dumbass decisions.
Yep.
I hold on to the ball too long. And like, you know what I mean?
I think it's going to be really interesting to see what he does this year because he could make some of these guys real values. He could turn Corey Davis into a guy that, you know, just another guy into a league winner because if he's in number 1 and he gets like 30 touchdowns, 40 touchdowns in the air, Corey Davis is probably getting like anywhere from 7
if
to
he
10.
gets 30 or 40, I'd say 22 is the ceiling.
Like,
you think he's gonna rival Justin Herbert's? What was it, 32 that he
33 record holder. And for context, for context, Peyton Manning, Baker Mayfield, and there's one other guy. I know Russell Wilson. They all had 28 in their rookie years. So that was the record. So like I said, Baker tied that record. Herbert shattered it. You know what I mean?
And I think the difference between him and Herbert, though, is he's going into the season with them giving him the reps.
This is through the air. This is through the air, right? Alone.
Rushing doesn't count, right?
I will give young Zachary Wilson 22 through the air. And I would say his scrambling ass, dumbass Mahomes looking ass, 13-year-old and a half looking face ass.
Zachary has like, dude, he's got a hot mom.
He might have 8 touchdowns on the ground for all we fucking know. So, and then with the rushing yards,
he's going to be running for his life a lot.
But that line,
I think that Jets offensive line is a little better than people give him credit for. Because Becton was good, and then they got another dude. Was it Vera Tucker in the first round at a great price? So that offensive line is going to be a little bit better than people are going to give him credit for.
Yeah, but let's be mindful of this. They played against Green Bay, who was bottom 10 in pressuring opposing offensive quarterbacks. So you know what I mean? Just duly note that because they made him. He looked good like he should have.
True.
You know what I mean?
And let's also remember this: the run game for the Jets is in question. His volume might be pretty.
He's gonna run. How about that? Yeah, dial that up.
Like, Zach Wilson's gonna be that sleepy sneaker. Zach Wilson might be the guy that barely goes drafted that becomes that QB one.
This is
Still
funny.
Sucks, right? Wink and Weeds still sucks.
Shout out to my man Steamboat in this joint, right? Steamboat will vouch.
Dang, you beard down.
In our in a couple single QB leagues we're in together.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night last night, I just middle of the night, like past 2 a.m. my time, just for no reason, right?
He's going that early now.
I picked up Zach Wilson and I dropped Trevor Lawrence, where I had him as my second QB in a couple spots. I picked up Zach Wilson. I was like, we're doing this.
Damn, Terrace is actually going in the 11th round now. Damn.
What?
Yeah,
That's
bro, you're hyping him up. You keep raising the ADP of his ass.
Dude, I like him so much.
Because, bro, that's Terrence Marshall Mathers.
Hey,
bro.
I'm still. So this is a bet I made earlier with Tim.
Slim Slotty.
I made a bet with Tim, the guy with the rushing the pink. That's what it is in those leagues. That one league. I made this bet. So I mean, I feel like it's kind of a hardcore bet. I mean, I said Terrace Marshall is going to be better than Devonta Smith this year. He's going to be the better.
Jesus.
You put money on that?
Yeah, I did.
Jesus.
You guys can, I don't think Devonta Smith is going to hold up this year. He's small, man.
I mean,
he is slim, and he has Reaper in his name, which equates to death. So like.
And he's already had an injury in the preseason.
You ain't lying.
I mean, dude, wait till he starts going up against all the starters in his division.
Well, listen,
somebody's gonna wreck him.
Or no one can touch him.
I don't know. I mean, he looks. So he's.
You're gonna need to hit him off on some rub rounds.
To me, what's gonna okay. So what's gonna save him is PPR points. He's going to be a lot of catches like that, but I don't think he didn't show a lot of.
I don't know, man. I will argue that.
We'll see.
The PPR goodness is going to go to their 12 personnel system. It's going to go to the tight ends, because on the outside, I think that's what they're going to designate Smith to on the outside, especially when he missed precious training camp and precious time with Jalen Hurts. Even though he quote unquote, had him as a QB, I'm saying when you get to the league, look at right now. Look at Jamar Chase. He's having trouble picking up his rapport with.
Yeah, but he hasn't played for a whole year. I mean,
I understand that.
And then you're transiting into a whole different system. The NFL is way different than the college.
Going defense,
a whole year with your old quarterback, and you still got to.
Jamar Chase apparently is so upset that there's allegations against him. He might have been so mad he took it out on a pregnant woman. I'm not saying it. This is what I read. This is what I read, and I hope it's not true, because that'd be terrible just as a human being, because we're totally against that. And that would also make me have to tell people stay away from Jamar Chase in fantasy as well.
Yeah.
But we are human beings first, decent ones.
Who read out the last round?
Let's let Bogart read this round.
I don't know how to read.
Oh,
I got a little bit. I can do it.
Which one? What was the last round that we read? Was it 8 or 9? I can't remember.
It was 8.
8. Okay, so we need to read out 9 and 10 actually.
I got a little bit. I'll do round 9.
Okay, thanks.
So we got Zach Moss, Michael Pittman, Logan Thomas, Mike Williams, AJ Dillon, Tyler Boyd, Marquise Callaway, Tony Pollard, Corey Davis, Jarvis Landry, James White, Mecole Hardman.
You are from New York.
Are you? I was gonna say he's definitely New York. He's definitely New York. I was like, it's not Boston, because he would have said Hadman. He would have said Hadman if he was Boston. He's from New York.
He's from get your car.
In the cat, I fatted. Open the cat window, I fatted.
You ain't from
Let me read out round 10 real quick. Started off with Darnell Mooney, then Jalen Hurts, Noah Fant, Robert Tonyan, Curtis Samuel, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Michael Gallup, Devin Singletary, Nyheim Hines, Will Fuller, Philip Lindsay, and Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones Jr. He has a what does he have? An AC joint right now?
I don't know. I forget. I don't even know. Was it serious?
Oh, Marvin Jones. Like he didn't know. I don't really. I feel like he fell on his hip, pretty weird.
No. AC joint would be the shoulder, because that's how I viewed that fall. You know what I mean?
I felt like.
I think that's why he was able to come back out. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't the legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone had an AC joint. I was just reading him. I forgot who it was though.
Why would they ask him to block though if it was that shoulder?
Well, maybe he didn't tell him really what was up. And if you're
Yeah, 'cause
when
he
you're in
did
the heat
roll
of
off
battle,
he did roll off really quick.
yeah, off the shoulder too, right? He rolled off, got up.
Yeah, no, after like immediately as the play was done, he was just like right off the field. Like he just immediately
that's
went
what
off
you
the
meant.
field.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know.
I had made a trade for him.
Yeah, you're right though.
and
Kind of how he fell. It
screw
was kind of
you.
downwards,
Yeah.
like head
So
down.
the dude I made the trade from, he texted me. He's like, AC joint, Marvin Jones. I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, okay, because it made sense when I saw the spill. Because remember, I asked you actually yesterday on this shit. I was like, wait, he got hurt. Then I went and watched the condensed version of the game.
He did. Yeah, he came out and he just like afterwards, he's like immediately left the field, and they're like, I guess it was kind of a big fall. Like how he caught the ball and he just came down pretty hard. God damn it,
bro,
dude, Chubba, that's who I wanted. You.
Ha.
Damn.
Let me read out round. Let me read
I
out
want to
round
say
11.
something. All right, go ahead.
Let me read round 11 real quick. Terrace Marshall, Alexander Madison, Bateman, Elijah Moore. Someone went with the Rams. McKissick, Ramondre Stevenson. I was actually debating on him or McKissick. I thought Stevenson would drop another round. And then Gio Bernard, Jacoby Myers going high. Thanks, Steven.
My baloney has a first name.
Yeah. And then Hollywood, Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Henry
He
Ruggs.
deserved that drop.
Yeah. And then Irv Smith. All right.
I'll take Fields.
Okay.
Somebody is actually named Chubba Hubbard. That is awesome.
Dude, he's a beat.
He really is.
He looks pretty good. We'll see.
I got to
But
learn
it's
some
just
more of these
preseason.
players. I don't know who that
Anytime-
guy is or that
Dude.
Amron St. Brown.
Chubba
Oh
at
yeah,
least looks,
Amon Ross St. Brown's. Hey, listen, man.
at least Chubba
he's
looks like he.
he's like the dynasty top fucking 15. he's like fucking 15 in dynasty a receiver.
There's a
I
few
like-
guys on here I do not know. I gotta learn a couple more players here.
So Chubba, I mean, everyone talks shit about preseason and stuff, but at least you see guys that are gonna flash, even if it's at any kind of position on the field. There's guys that still are in there that don't flash. They're in there.
Hey,
There's some of these guys that are, some of the
You know-
top guys that don't flash, and then you see some. I mean,
You know,
you have to watch it to see what
if
they're
I
doing.
don't have CMC and I in a redraft and I end up with Chuba Hubbard, all I'm doing all day, every day is bothering the CMC owner and saying, I got Chuba, bruh. Listen, you need him. And listen, anything happen to CMC, I got a top 12 option, not you. You need him. And that's the only reason I would have him if I didn't have CMC.
I mean,
and I
he
would
flashed-
get what
he
I
flashed
could
enough
get
to show
out of
that.
him.
I mean, with that line, he showed that he could at least.
But also, people,
some moves.
it's instilled in people's mind that CMC already went down and Mike Davis produced well. You know what I mean? So people are drafting Chuba Hubbard as high as he shouldn't go. In 9 times out of 10, they don't even have CMC. You know what I mean?
well,
So that's
That's the same thing
I'm
with Pollard
telling you.
and Pollard. I mean, what was it a couple of years ago with Addison, or with
Yeah, but
Alexander-
Madison
Madison?
sucks.
Yeah,
What did we ever see from
He
Madison?
does, dude. I'm a Vikings fan. I say the same
what did
shit.
we ever see from him for anyone to be like, oh, he's the guy that we need to
No,
have?
he does.
You know what I
He
mean?
does really good. He does really good when he comes in for a rest. When Cook goes in
Yeah.
for a rest, he'll flash and he'll do something crazy, and or it'll be an
Yeah, I think
opportunity where
after
like
his
Cook
rookie
went out
year-
like. If Cook goes out mid game and or Madison comes in, he'll do
I think it was like
he'll have a
5 yards a
huge
clip.
game. No, he'll have a huge game. If he starts the match, no chance.
Well, maybe because
Dude, he looks
Mike
like
Boone is
shit.
gone. Maybe because Mike Boone, the legendary fullback
Dude,
slash
I
halfback,
love
is
Boone.
gone.
Boone's
I
a
love Boone
beast.
too.
He's
He's
awesome.
the DFS goat. I've
Uh,
started him in DFS on a couple of occasions, bro. DFS is different.
There's
I
some
got a
weird
question.
players for the
I got a
Vikings,
question
yeah.
for everybody. We'll go from top to bottom here. So Taco, Justin, James, Bogart, and then Steven. If you draft a top 3 running back, are you making sure to pick up the handcuff?
Person,
Top 3? Do they
No,
even
top-
have
Top
handcuffs?
to bottom.
Oh,
Taco
Top to
first.
bottom. Go to
Yeah.
Taco.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, if it's top 3, I'm going to say more than likely the first 2 probably. Honestly, after what I saw from Madison last year, I'm not spending the draft capital on him. I like Chuba because he is going in the 12th, and McCaffrey just burned a lot of people, including me, last year. So I do have PTSD when I draft Christian McCaffrey. So I could see me taking Hubbard just because of everything Bogart said, because you don't want to be that guy that drafts McCaffrey and he's out in the playoffs and you're looking at a guy just winning just because he had this one guy on his team.
He was the asshole that picked him up.
Yeah.
And if it was me, I would have rubbed it in that motherfucker's face that all year I was like trying to give you him, bro, so I can get what I need. And
Yeah.
the motherfucker died, and I was like, oh, all trade talks are done, and now I'm in the joint.
Yeah. So
That's it. Oh, go ahead, Taco. You have more?
no, I was gonna say that's the only one I probably would really handcuff.
CMC's worth insurance, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Justin?
Well, he's the
To
unicorn.
to me, the only other person is like grabbing Pollard for Zeke, because at least he at least produces. Obviously Kareem Hunt, but you have to bid up. You have to pay up for him. But anybody else, it's. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, but he's not a top 3. I mean, you're saying top 3. I mean, is Latavius Murray that good still? Is he good enough to produce like he did?
My
a couple
top
years ago?
3. There's
No.
only
He
2
hasn't
out of
even
my top 3 have handcuffs because my top 3 is Cook, CMC, and Zeke. That's my top 3.
So Zeke would just be the only. Yeah. So
top
CM,
3.
Yeah. You talked about it
over
the other night.
Kamara.
Yeah, last night you did. Yeah.
And I don't even have Zeke over Aaron Jones.
I have Aaron Jones. I have Aaron Jones over Kamara. I think Aaron Jones is going to have Kamara-like receptions if he plays 17 games for real.
I think that whole team's gonna go bananas this year. I think
No Jamal Williams
Green
there?
Bay might be a one to target this year.
Yeah. I think that Austin Eckler could be fucking the new Alvin Kamara this year.
Yeah, because you got Joe Lombardi there.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
let's go.
Yeah, I think
Alvin Kamara? Alvin Kamara never sees more than 180 carries on the ground. Because
he barely gets 1,000 yards.
His fantasy relevance is through the air. He's a receiver that runs the ball to me.
But not only
You know what
that,
I mean?
he's
Like-
a possession receiver, which is the
Exactly.
most underrated thing in fantasy football PPR. A
But you
guy
know what
like
was-
Crowder that's gonna get 6 catches in the slot is a fucking beast. Fucking beast. I don't need
For real.
touchdowns. Give me 6 catches.
Crowder,
You know what I mean? Give me that boy.
as they would say.
I might
in
do that. I
Boston.
mean, Saquon. How about that?
Now,
Ooh,
that's an
Devontae
interesting one.
Booker?
How about that?
Gus Bus, I think, is an interesting handcuff.
Yeah, but Dobbins is what, 3rd round now?
But Gus
He's
Bus is
falling to
not,
3rd
like-
round.
True.
I'm just hoping that they actually are going to
4th
target
round. right?
J.K. Dobbins.
Oh,
Like, if
And a
if
second.
anybody wants to look at how Baltimore runs their shit, it's Greg Roman. I'm a Niner fans. I remember Greg Roman.
Yeah.
He would have Frank Gore and like LaMichael James and fucking some other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like, but you had the bruiser, you had the pass catching guy, and you had a guy that does both. The guy that does both this time is J.K. So I'm hoping that they actually utilize him in the passing game because
Dude, they need to use
Justice
him.
Hill still exists, and he should be like a return guy, if anything, or a special teams guy at best, right? So I really hope it's divided between 2 guys, which would be J.K. Dobbins and the bus.
Dude, so J.K. Dobbins just needs to be used. They need to use him all the time in the red zone because he loves that.
Well, they
he
did that
loves
already.
the end zone so much.
They
dude. He
did
loves
But you
it
know
so
what?
much.
Gus Bus is such a powerful runner that it's like, how
You
can
got to
you
use him
also
in
neglect it?
third downs and like definitely use him if you're behind or any kind of that like the 2 minute
Double running back sets in the backfield. They've done that before. Like they can do all kind of shit, man. Greg Roman is creative when he has a mobile QB. For God's sakes, he got to the Super Bowl with Kaepernick when they had
balling.
Lamar Jackson.
Cat
I
was
like,
balling
this-
then.
Yes, because of
He
Greg
was
Roman.
running down the backers' throats. He was.
It's Greg
destroying.
Roman's system, bruh. Tell me Lamar Jackson didn't do shit like that. You know who was doing shit like that before that? Kaepernick.
Yeah. I'll say this though, that whole situation is going to be really interesting because, like Hustler said, what happens when they're up big? Is it going to be a Gus Bus show where he's just going to sit there and he's going to grind out the clock and get those points? How does this all work out? And if that does, then Gus is going almost right size. Although when you look at some of these wide receivers,
That means you got to be smacking. Okay, so they play the Bengals twice. So maybe there's 2 games for sure, right? You'd be like, Gus Bus can get a lot of work because they're probably going to be smacking and they'll sit their starters.
Are they playing the Bengals in the playoffs?
No.
Because that's something that I actually would look at when I look at a guy like Gus is like, who are they playing in the playoffs? Because if I'm holding Gus, I'm gonna hold him all year, and then things like that actually to me matter.
I would look. You're right. You got to look at schedules.
They play the day after Christmas,
so they are playing them.
That's got to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, that's the chip.
Yep.
That's the chip.
No, but isn't
Oh
it?
no, that's the semi.
now.
That's the semi chip.
I hate that, yo. Can I tell you?
No, I love it.
I liked when Christmas, you're getting that miracle.
Why?
You're
So you
getting
can be
that
sad
cash.
on Christmas if you lose? 'Cause
Sad!
I've been
You
there.
win. You win, baby. Give me
I've had
money.
fantasy
Give me
cancel
money.
Christmas.
Like, come on, man.
Turned all the Christmas lights off the tree. Turn this off.
Listen. I was pissed off last Christmas, but at least I had Christmas gifts and other shit to get my mind off it. I was like,
I actually lost to Steamboat on Christmas. Fuck him, by the way. And listen, shout out to Steamboat. I love him. And then this was when my girl was pregnant with my son, and he's born. He actually has the same birthday as Hustler, right? The beginning of January. So he tells me like this. He goes, "Well, you're the real winner, bro. You got your little man on the way." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." But I was just like, "That's why I love him." He said the right thing to me because I was like, "Fuck him."
You know what he did? He played the Jedi mind trick. He Obi-Wan'd you.
Yeah, the dark side of the Force is stronger.
Yeah,
in young Steamboat.
He's like, you don't need the victory. You have a kid coming. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wait,
you're right. Smoke some death sticks.
Yeah,
So
like here's some shrooms.
So did y'all see that Trevor Lawrence is officially named starter today?
Yeah,
Bro, I lost so much money on that. I had so much money on Minshew.
You know that. Remember how
another quarterback situation is said to be over with too.
All right, let's go. Minshew to Minnesota. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the Ginsu.
Get rid of
Gardner
Kirk,
Minshew
man.
to Ginsu, bro.
Oh, dude, Minshew.
Don't
to
get
Minnesota.
this.
Let's go.
I think Mac Jones has a good chance to steal the job.
Ginsoda.
That's interesting.
Dude, Minshew to Minnesota. Let's go.
When does famous Jameis start showing up? Because
Minnesota, there it is.
Let's go.
I like
that. Hey, Hustler. What was the last round that got read?
11.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do 12. Yeah, we started off with Russell Gage, went Rondell Moore, Sonny Michel, Chuba Hubbard, Justin Fields, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, Nelson Aguilar, Dallas Goedert, Rob Gronkowski, Joe Burrow, and Trey Lance.
Okay,
and then in the 13th, we went Tampa Bay defense, Washington football team defense, Justin Tucker, Kenneth Gainwell, Matt Ryan, Jonnu Smith, Jason Sanders, Devontae Booker, Randall Cobb, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Higbee, and Gerald Everett.
I like that respect on T.Y. Hilton right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Carson's back. That's good.
How is Trey Lance and Justin Fields going ahead of Matt Ryan though?
Because
even Mayfield. I don't think Mayfield's gonna have a better year than Ryan.
Listen, no, because he's talking about Trey Lance. So you know what I'm saying?
Trey
Lance ain't
Matt Ryan.
Trey Lance ain't playing more than 5 games this year.
Matt Ryan is the quintessential. No, listen, Matt Ryan's the quintessential fantasy football QB you want in a single QB because you get everyone you want, then you get Matt Ryan later, and he's going to produce. I'm not hating on Matt Ryan, but when you're talking about Trey Lance, that could be a league winner. The guy who got Trey Lance probably has a QB before that. You know what I mean?
Didn't. That was his QB1.
Oh, then that's
QB2 was Zach
stupid.
Wilson.
He should have went Matt Ryan then Trey Lance.
Yes,
You know
thank you.
I took Matty Ice only because of the bye week for Lamar Jackson. He had a good matchup.
I mean,
I like
just think
that New York.
overall,
Look at
Matt
New York.
Ryan could be underrated because Matt Ryan's going to throw the ball this year. He's going to throw the ball.
Well, that's good. I mean, I have Lamar, but just because they're playing Carolina, I said, fuck it. I like Matty Ice against them.
Man.
And we'll get back to our question. So, James, after your pick here, give your thoughts on do you draft
the handcuff?
The handcuff, yeah, for top 3 or Zeke or whatever. We're getting a couple auto picks now. Now we get to the damn kickers.
Quitters?
Yeah. We don't like quitters around here.
We don't like spitters either.
We're gonna grade them with Q. That's what it is now. We grade them with a Q. They get a Q on it, or a D for dump truck. Yes.
Yeah, D for dump truck.
Jamestown never auto picks. What the
No.
Oh, he's probably too busy.
He should always have Jameis Winston in his queue.
He's flexing in the mirror.
Like, yeah, bro. I'm like, I'm really thinking about where am I going to get Jameis Winston? Like,
with him.
If Winston is healthy, I guess we can do that after that. But if Winston is healthy, how high does Winston go? Or if he's QB1, 4,500
yards passing,
30 touchdowns.
Yeah, and then maybe like about 17 picks. That's realistic. No, I'm serious. But see, you know, like okay,
that's
but
a QB1.
How many picks? Yeah, for sure. He's already done this with 30 picks. He's already done this with 30 picks.
What? I got Trevor Lawrence. I got to back him up with someone like Winston.
Winston gonna be the starter.
Right
What you talking about? He's a starter. I like Jonnu as a sneaky player tight end. Like I said, I think he's this year's baller.
Especially with Hunter Henry.
But you know what though? This is where I would argue this. It's like
a bad pick right here. Is this a bad
it's
pick
Cam
right here?
Newton, I don't like it because when it's Cam Newton, the Patriots last year were bottom three in total plays ran on offense. They're going slow-mo. You know what I mean? They're going slow-mo.
They sucked last year. Belichick's not going to let that happen again.
I'm just saying, though, but even with Brady, they were more middle of the pack. They were never they only go hurry up when they need to. You know what I mean? They're not the Rams.
Right.
They're not the Niners. They're not the Green Bay Packers who, you know what I mean? Like people that run a hell of a lot of plays. So, but when Mac Jones gets in there, maybe it's going to be a little better. But like I'm saying, though, with Cam, that's the one thing, the caveat for Jonnu. But he has hell of a value. And right now with Hunter Henry hurt, then he's going to soak it all up. But then you have to live in a world with everything I just said, as well as Hunter Henry coming back. That's why I'm like, look at Adam Troutman. You know, I'm glad he's dead right now because fantasy.
Hold on, didn't it come back?
Fantasy. I don't care. I dropped him.
Come back negative?
Doesn't matter. I picked up Tyler Kroft. I picked up Kroft. It visually seared into my brain, but I was grabbing him everywhere. Just like, I love him and Gerald Everett, and I would have them everywhere instead of going in on some, like it's so funny when you draft earlier, right? Before things come out, right? And then watching that game and watching me get carted off, dropped him. I picked Tyler Kroft everywhere. The Tomb Raider, Laura Croft's estranged nephew.
Yeah, I drafted him in the best ball league with Huss and them. He was my last pick,
and he's dead. He's dead to us.
No,
but at least in best ball,
I drafted.
Kroft.
Yeah, because I was like, the Jets got to have some sort of tight end. And then I was looking at all the shit that Herndon's been doing. He's been like shit. So I was like, damn, who's gonna take over? And like it was like the last pick too. So it was like 22nd round. Like you're really having to reach at that point. But hey, I got Kroft.
Hey, who's next on the handcuff question?
It's James and then Bogart. And then
well, how about this? Hold on, Bogart. How about that? I took Marlon Mack this late. How is that not a handcuff?
Now with the handcuff, are you just asking for the top three, or just like in general for like handcuff for the first round?
Look through the board.
Okay, so from personal experience last year, I had Jamal Williams to cuff Aaron Jones. Really didn't do too much for me.
Really, he balled. Jamal Williams balled every time.
Yeah, but I had such a stacked team that I never really used them. And then
you were smart to have it though.
I did.
Bogart, this pick's
now
for you,
I wish I had the cuff for CMC, but I didn't.
I like it.
But grabbed Mike Davis in a different league, and that worked out. So I definitely like the handcuff, depending on how cheap you can get it. Because like Mike Davis didn't go in any drafts. No. He was a straight waiver pickup. And if nobody grabs him, somebody like that you can get for free. But somebody like Jamal Williams, let's say,
like true, he's
gonna disappear in the draft.
I think a handcuff should definitely be something you consider a lottery ticket too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
like a sleeper, I agree.
Pollard. Other than that, because you hit the jackpot when the motherfucker goes down.
He looks so good.
I agree with you because
he could even
nobody expected Mike Davis to be anything, and then
I did.
You know, that was like
I did because he was drafted to the Niners.
Every single place that he played before that,
he was drafted to the Niners. I was well aware of him and what he can do, but he was always hurt. He never got on the field. We never seen Mike Davis in a Niner fucking uniform, but we drafted him and he was going to be the guy, and then he wasn't.
Could have been. He could have
All
been.
right, let's let James get his thoughts out there. Go ahead, James. Finish it up.
No, that was pretty much it. But like, you know, for nobody expected Mike Davis because McCaffrey's the guy, you know, and then, you know, he ended up filling that void that I needed. You know, that's from personal experience. Now, do I wish I had Zeke's handcuff last year? No, because the Cowboys just were bad in general. You know, Dak is like the glue that holds that team together.
You know what was funny? When they announced Zeke out, it was that morning of, and it was like week 13 or 14 last year. I forget when it was. And then I'm doing a start sit episode live, and motherfuckers are like, they're like, do I pick up Tony Pollard? I'm like, yes. Do I pick up Tony Pollard? Do I start Tony Pollard over so-and-so? So I'm like, yes.
That's
and
for J-Mock.
But it was just so crazy because Tony Pollard was available on the waivers. You know what I mean? Like,
but looking at this year, bro, look at how many running backs went. Rashandre Stevens is going in the 11th round. The 22nd running back went off
because
he's the
round. GOAT. He's the preseason GOAT. This is
overreaction. Hey, don't get hyped. That happened to me, dude. I got so hyped on Royce Freeman the first year he was there. He was so hot, dude. He looked so damn good at preseason. He was going so hard, dude. I drafted him in probably like the 3rd round. I was like, this dude's
how about this?
Good. Okay, so he's like, no, I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm good.
Hold on, my handcuff shit.
No,
handcuff shit.
And here, and let's just say this. We're gonna change this around. If you get the first pick, because a lot of us don't know where we're drafting yet. If you get the first pick and you draft CMC, are you making sure to get Chuba Hubbard? And what round are you trying to get him in?
I would, if I'm the CMC guy, I reach like 11 or 10. Especially if I'm looking good at my team build when I get there. I could be like, just because I'll spook myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I don't even like anything in this round right now. Look at my team; it looks good. Chuba Hubbard. You know what I mean? But like, you know, you could play that game. You could play that game and get him 11-12 in a single QB 12-team redraft.
He went early in the 12th.
See,
went 12-4.
So,
I would take over Marshall.
I mean, if you get your starters, you can reach for them and grab them really early,
and just be really secure.
And if they're going by ADP, nobody will touch them.
He would have had to go in the beginning of the 11th.
So the beginning 11 would be the 11.01 because you're the first pick overall or second pick. So that's cool.
I would take him over Terrence Marshall.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know about that.
Steven,
well, if you have TNT,
well, he took the Broncos. He took a defense. You know, you could have took, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No, because he whatchamacallit went off in the 12th, and he got Marshall in the 11th. So that was his last.
Do the games start tomorrow? No. So no one should ever draft a defense or a kicker. I don't give a fuck. I'll get the F on the grade.
Oh, I guess he took his first quarterback there.
Okay.
Then it went.
Oh, that's the
that was after Chuba got drafted, though. So he would have had to get him with the Marvin Jones and Terrace Marshall pick.
Yep.
Oh,
I wouldn't have done the Marvin Jones just knowing that he has like he's some kind of hurt, like just to like simulate what you would do if it was happening now, right? I wouldn't have took the Marvin Jones there.
And how he fell, like we said, I thought it was a hip injury, like how he fell, but you're right when like he came like down on his shoulder, and like he like
that's
legit,
cool. That's cool.
He's like out.
He should be a week 1 designation to return. So
he'll be all right.
And Marvin Jones Jr. And you don't. One thing you don't need to worry about him getting in practice reps or anything like that is because he played in Darrell Bevel's system for in Detroit for years, and he produced there. That's why they brought him over in free agency. So it's okay.
He's a veteran. He'll be all right.
But it's a system he knows.
And Lawrence clearly likes to target him. So
because he knows the system, he's the one getting open in the schemes.
All right, let's do this. So we're not going to go through every single team like we did yesterday. Fuck all that. But how about this? How about we're going to go through and we're going to say who we think are going to be the top 2 teams, and who we think are the bottom 2 trash teams.
Well, probably somebody who auto.
Can I say Can I say my handcuff take real quick? It's really fast.
Oh yeah. Go.
My like I said, my top 3 are CMC, Cook, and Elliott in that order. That's my top 3.
You're taking Madison?
No, but only 2 out of those 3 I feel have a handcuff that you're willing to have. Matter of fact, if I had Cook, I'm actively getting Chuba Hubbard or Tony Pollard as well. Because then if anything happens to them, I have fucking double guys. You know what I mean? So I would only say if I only had 2 of those 3, like I said, CMC or Elliott, those are the only guys I would be willing to handcuff if I had those guys. Now, I like to go running back, receiver, or receiver, running back, and then, third round's always however I feel. But 4th round, I love some David Montgomery, or like back of the 3rd, I'll take David Montgomery. And getting Damian Williams with my last pick later on is awesome because Damian Williams is already proven in that system. He was in that system with Nagy in Kansas City together. So that's why they brought him over. So if anything, God forbid anything happens to my man Monty Burns, because I have like 80% Monty Burns, bro. He cannot die on me. But with that said, I have as much Damian Williams as I do Montgomery. So I'm saying he's a really cheap handcuff for a guy who got over 300 touches last year already. You know what I mean? 301 to be exact.
Dude,
nice.
He should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, all right, we're going to start with Steven. And
fuck that Super Bowl, by the way.
So we're starting with Steven. We're going with the good team. So one good team right now. We're just going to go all the way through. We can mention a couple players on why we think that they're going to finish as one of the top playoff teams. And everyone start looking through right now. So Steven's on the spot first. And so we'll just go backwards. Steven, Bogart, James.
I can go first. Otherwise, I got a team already.
You got one?
Go ahead.
I'll go last. I want to go last. I'm actually be quiet and listen.
Can you see the screen? Can you see the players?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just gonna. That's why I want to go last. I want to recap everything because I wasn't paying attention to any of this draft really. I was just trying to talk shit the whole time.
Let's go.
So now I'm examining. Let's go.
So I mean, I kind of like Beardo's team. He's got a really solid running back room. I feel like that's a good running back room. I mean, the Zach Moss is. I mean, if he's healthy, he's going to be.
I know which teams I like. My bad.
I like the receivers. I mean, I'm huge on Devonta Smith, but I mean, if he's going to be good, I mean, he's going to be good. If he actually is that guy and he's good, I feel like
the skeleton is what they call him.
Well, Robbie
the
Anderson,
Slim Reaper.
Robbie Anderson ain't the same. I mean, he's still
no. Robbie Anderson
on this team that are pretty good.
No, Robbie Anderson is the green bean. He was the green bean. But now he's the string bean because he's not with the Jets no more, so he's not wearing green. But Robbie Anderson for about 6 years now, or however long he's been around, he was Robbie Anderson, the green bean. Love the string bean.
So I mean, his quarterbacks obviously is Trey Lance and Zach Wilson, but I feel like Zach Wilson at least will do enough. I mean, and if not, he can stream somebody.
I like that team.
This team's pretty good. I feel like it's going to be at least a contender.
Is CMC weighing it up to playoff contender?
No, not only that. I like J.K. Dobbins a lot. I feel like he's going to be at least a high-end RB2. So he has he has a top 3 RB2 and the RB1. So that's pretty good to me.
J.K. Dobbins is at minimum RB13. You give him double-digit touchdowns, he could be RB6.
I think so too.
You know what I mean? Like,
so I mean, this team could have.
He's not going to get the catches. He's going to do it with touchdowns.
And then Kareem Hunt is at least a really good flex. Good flex.
I disagree.
My team.
Really?
Not.
You don't
I
like
think
Hunt?
Kareem, because Kareem Hunt is game script dependent.
With
the help, they put him out receiver last year at the running back.
Yeah, he finished 11 or 12 even. Here's the thing: in a world with no CMC or Saquon, and in a world where Chubb missed X amount of time, and when they were healthy together, both of them were eating. But that was COVID year with Baker Mayfield learning the system, so they enforced the run with both running backs.
But
They were both eating.
It's Kevin.
While
It's different. It's Kevin.
When Chubb came back, yeah, I know. But when Chubb came back last year, Baker Mayfield had such an understanding of the offense. They never had to sub in and out Chubb. And when it was positive game scripts, we did not see Kareem Hunt. We did see him.
They put him
sprinkles.
they put him out there for the.
How about this? When Chubb came, exactly. I was about to say that against the New York Giants on a Sunday night. When Chubb came back, that was the only game that Kareem Hunt was relevant in fantasy the rest of the year, for real. Matter of fact,
because Kareem Hunt was a top 25 running back last year.
Overall,
Mm-hmm.
because it was all front loaded. It was all front loaded.
Didn't you hold on a second?
Look at the numbers.
Yesterday, didn't you say yesterday that Kareem Hunt was injured when a little bit?
He
injured?
was,
yeah,
and that was really bad. So that helps my case.
He's healthy.
The numbers
now.
didn't. So you mean to tell me if we took that part out of the conversation, Kareem Hunt actually had a shot at it all? And he didn't do much.
No, I know.
I'm saying though, I'd say he's like a high end RB3 as long as Chubb's there. But they will have him in packages, right? Where both of them are on the field. But the fact that OBJ is going to be back again, that really matters, man. When you go 12 personnel, you know who comes out the field? Jarvis Landry. You know what I mean? Are they going to put Kareem? Where are they going to put Kareem Hunt? So when they're doing 12 personnel, it's just Chubb. You know what I mean? And they do 12 personnel like 50% of the time. That's all I'm saying.
All right,
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I hate stroking Steven's ego, but yeah, yours is one of the teams that I like. Probably took more quarterbacks than I would have taken, and I don't think I would have taken Tannehill like back to back. But yeah, all your starters. So we got 3 flexes. So base your teams off of knowing that you got to start 3 flexes, and I like you being able to put either Corey Davis or Jacoby Myers in as the last flex.
Yeah.
I love how we love Corey Davis and Jacoby Myers. I was gonna say I like Hustler and I like Steamboat's team because I just love hella running backs.
Yep.
I don't like Steamboat's team at all.
I like it. It's a Bogart. That's a GMM network team if I've ever seen one.
I don't like the fact that it's Michael Thomas
Exactly.
number 2. Yeah, that's where it gets rough.
You got it, but listen.
McCall Hardman number 3.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's all
and week 1 it would either be Hardman or Mooney or Gage.
Yeah.
I mean, either way.
I don't like the Gage pick. When he picked him, I wanted to shit on that pick. But like, listen, the running backs do it all. What is it? We got you can start 4 in here, right?
all guys that have been injured.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Or somebody, or Miles Sanders. God damn it! I wanted him to be so good. He drops the ball so much. Why? Just catch the ball. Quit
You know
looking
what
at the
though?
goddamn-
It could be
quit
Carson
looking
Wentz
away.
too, man. Carson, yeah, he was looking away.
Dude, come on.
Or-
he did it with Jalen.
or
He did it
Carson
with
Wentz-
Jalen.
Yeah, he did it with Jalen too. You're right.
Come on. He
You're
gets so
right.
excited. He's like, I got the ball. I'm gonna get it, and he just fucking drops it.
He does look at the
looks
clear
away.
path
Yeah, he's
before
like,
he even secures
it
the
sucks.
ball.
He's so
Ever.
good. It just sucks that
He did really good when they had a top 5 line in 2019. But you know what's crazy? If you look at Sanders, then you have to remember it took Jordan Howard to die that year.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I feel like he had a path to be CMC. He had that path.
But no, because Jordan
Really?
Howard was
Oh.
there, and it was Doug Peterson who historically runs a stable.
Wasn't
you know what I
Jonathan
mean?
Stewart there? Wasn't Jace 2 there when CMC was there? Or am I
Yeah.
mistaken?
Yeah, the first year.
So it's the same thing. It's just somebody bigger
No.
in front of you, and then
Here's-
then you just produce.
It's
Just
totally,
be
it's
the
two
better
different things.
guy. Just be
It's different
the
when you
better
get drafted.
guy.
Different when you
I
get
know.
drafted that high.
You draft capital,
I-
yeah.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but I feel like the abilities that he had, he came in being able to catch the ball, and he showed that he flashed that he could catch the ball, and he flashed that he could run after the catch. It's just like he just
fuck
kept
Miles Sanders,
dropping
fuck
the ball. He
I
just
do.
kept
I will say
dropping
that
the ball.
I like Steven's team for real though.
I like-
He has a solid team.
He's growing.
I like Hustler's team because I really love the running backs and the top 2 receivers. I'm not a big Cooks fan, but I mean He's serviceable in my opinion. But I really like Sutton and Boyd and Gallup. I mean,
I'm not a Sutton guy, man.
Everyone
I
hates
would.
on him. Just wait.
He's just hurt. That's all.
He
But
just
where he
may-
got him is good. That's
You
not
may have
bad.
waited a little bit late on quarterbacks, but I mean, I feel like you got yourself solid quarterbacks too.
Stop hating on
So-
Sutton. Just wait.
Listen, bro. I will
he was-
buy you
was
a
he-
Sutton
was he not-
jersey when he's good. If he's a top
Please do.
24 guy,
Buy
if
me
he's
one.
a,
Hey,
I'll buy you a Sutton jersey. He has to be
got-
top 24.
he has to be signed.
Top 30. I will sign it, Cortland Sutton.
oh, thank you.
Boom. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater was named the starter there today too.
Oh,
Yep.
Teddy Two Gloves, the
It's
former
official.
president,
That's
It's
two
official.
gloves.
Teddy Roosevelt. He just won the election.
I don't think he gives up that. I don't think he gives up that job to Lock either. That
We all
three
know
wide
Lock's
receivers are too
terrible.
nice. They're too nice.
There's
I'm
so
gonna
many
listen.
people to throw to.
Hold on.
That offense is
Let's just
so-
with Joe Brady last year. With Joe Brady last year in Carolina, he produced three top 24 receiving options, and Mike Davis was the shit in CMC's absence in PPR, right? That was mostly fucking Teddy Roosevelt, the president, right? But now he's he's over there with the Broncos, and look, we have a Minnesota fan here. You can ask him. When he had Pat Shermer over there with Teddy Bridgewater, what did they do? Had Adrian Peterson. They run the ball. They're going to try to run the hell out of Melvin Gordon and Javonte.
Why would you,
and
why
you
would
have
you not
all
try to
these
run the hell out
weapons.
of Melvin? Just run him to the ground.
Yeah, because you don't.
Why
you have
not?
no quarters.
Run
You
him to the
paid him,
ground.
right? Yeah, run him till he's dead, and then Javonte time. I got a lot of Javonte.
Javonte, he's a great pick. And I mean, I feel like in Dynasty,
I want to point this out too.
At least grabbed Velvin this year because he's gonna at least produce. They're gonna. Why not run him to the ground?
No, but Melvin. Here's my Melvin Gordon.
He gets hurt. Who cares?
He needs
Just
volume. It's not
Yep.
just he gets hurt. He needs volume. So if there's somebody sharing with, I don't want nothing to do with him. But I want all of Javonte
He did
because
fine with that.
Pat Shermer, bro. I love saying this because people trip out because I'm a coordinator chaser and a coach chaser. You know what I'm saying? That's like I'm like the lawyer that chases the ambulance, bro. Like I just do this, right? But if you look at where Pat Shermer's been, he was the head coach of the Giants. They drafted Saquon Barkley when he was the offensive coordinator for years, and having Adrian Peterson in Minnesota, they drafted Dalvin Cook after Adrian Peterson, right? Now he did look at what he did with Philip Lindsay. Is Philip Lindsay any type of good? No. But Philip Lindsay had 2,000 yards seasons on the ground. You know what I mean? Now they finally found their guy and drafted him. Javonte's got to be a guy. If I'm a year too early, I'm still going to be here next year talking Javonte.
No doubt. I'm saying Dynasty is a great pick. He's a great pick. I feel like next year he'll be the number one. In that
Death
system
to Melvin
for
Gordon.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Run. That's what they need to
When
do.
I say
Run
death, I
him
mean
to
fantasy
speed.
injuries. That's all.
No
I'm
more,
gonna say.
no more Melvin
just
Gordon
beat him.
talk. All right, let's go. James,
hate him.
Who's one of the teams that you think would be like a top playoff team come the end of the year?
I kind of like Team 10 is pretty good.
Eckler and Gibson, Evans. Yeah, he had a strong start. Andrews, Julio Jones, Tyler Lockett.
That team too.
That's actually the team that I was going to pick as well, just because.
Julio Jones Lockett is like, man, you're not comfortable.
And I like
But as
12.
Yeah, but you already have Eckler and Gibson as your 1 and 2. So now you're talking
but I'm
about
just
Jones.
saying that
I don't
1
know.
and 2 at receiver though.
Yeah,
Right,
look
but
at his-
if I have two
look at the
stud
depth.
running
Look
backs,
at the depth wide receiver.
yeah, like
Yeah, it's true.
if
Depth is
Jones is
fine.
my number
He's
2
gonna
wide
need it.
receiver, and I have two top flight running backs and a top flight tight end, plus he still got Stafford. I like that little mix, but I mean, obviously the best.
It is a solid team.
The
The
best
depth
team is
at wide
11,
receiver just at least it saves the the
His
older
starting
guys.
lineup too, week 1 is nasty. I like it.
And
Look,
one other team that I would shout out here is Francisco. I feel like I don't like Henderson there too much, and I don't like Moore. So I feel like if you would have went a little different with those two picks, I probably would have mentioned you as like the top team that I like. But I like Cook and AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson, and then Trey Sermon, DJ Chark, Waddle, Pittman. I mean, just to add some depth there, and going Burrow really late. Like, yeah, you got a good quarterback for waiting pretty late.
Yeah,
I probably would have taken.
if you would have had a
Keenan
little bit
Allen
of tight
over
end or
Justin.
quarterback cuss, I probably would have taken your squad. But low tight end, low quarterback, high risk, your heavy running back.
Hey, today in my keeper
So
league,
scary.
I'm proud to announce in my keeper league, and please, fantasy gods, don't take this as arrogance because the fantasy gods don't like arrogance. I'm just really happy about this. I sent Rashandre, I'm sorry to fuck his name up, but Stevenson for Javante, and I pulled that off.
Wow.
Dang.
It's
The hype
Ramadre.
The hype is real.
Let's go. But the Sony Michelle, everything worked. It all worked.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
boys,
true.
I got to get out of here. I got to do a little draft order for my league.
Let's go.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Steve.
Until
Kurt.
next time, I hope hopefully we'll get a
Taco.
couple more. We got to get a real league in here, Huss, with these guys, so I can whoop up on them. You know,
All right. So I have been.
I got to show them something.
I have been thinking about doing a 1 QB league just because I know you
Let's
guys.
do a redraft. Let's do a free redraft. Just all fucking gully
Creators.
and guts
Yeah.
and glory.
Let's
We
do
got,
it.
we
I'm
gotta
in.
throw a couple bucks at it. Come on, like
Yeah.
We'll figure it
Our
out.
time-
I'm in.
I'm
20
just
bucks.
saying because I'm
All right.
18 paid leagues in, and I'm trying to like, I'll do it for free. I'm like,
Well, Alice,
I'm
you,
legit
you do a
18.
one quarterback. Keep me in mind for that.
yeah,
20
I
bucks.
know.
I'm down with
am.
a single QB.
I was already debating.
I don't have
that,
enough
so
of those
yeah.
these days.
How many teams though?
12.
12.
Yeah.
20.
I'm down with 14 too. Make it gangster. Fuck it.
That might be kind of fun.
Listen,
Oh, there you go.
14, 1
All
QB.
right,
That might
Steve-
kind of fun.
Steamboat's, yeah, he's speaking my language because we're not doing kicker and defense,
And
but
no,
we are going to
exactly.
throw a couple IDPs in there for
Yeah,
sure.
there it is.
That's happening.
Yeah, duh. It's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steamboat's in for sure too.
So
You
why
know
don't we
what?
do
Then
a
it's money. It's
why
got.
don't we do a 1 QB and
Steamboat's
then
not
throw
doing
like 3 IDPs in there or something like that?
No.
Not 3? No, we
Yeah,
do
we-
it the
no,
full
what-
banger.
Yeah, we got to
Oh,
get at
okay.
least
I'm
6
good
in
with
there.
that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
We'll do like
It's
one.
fun.
You don't just
fun.
go half cock, do you? No.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean, no, he likes to go full cock.
oh yeah, let's go.
Pause.
Raspberry cow.
Hold on. Raspberry cock. That
Oh.
great segue to our sponsor.
Right here, Bogart. Right here, baby.
There it is. Cheers, buddy.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 1 QB. We're gonna do like 3 flexes, like we got here. I think, yeah, we might even add a third wide receiver in. Maybe we'll see, and 6 defensive players, just like Steamboat said. So a little bit in the middle. So 1 D lineman, 1 linebacker, 1 DB, and then 3 IDP flexes where you can
Yeah.
put anybody, any position into those.
Or
spots.
tree, as the
It's fun,
Italians
James.
would say.
It's fun,
Yeah.
James. It's fun.
Tree of them.
It's my
Tree
first year
fitty.
doing IDP this year, so I mean, at least
I have
if you
no
haven't done
idea
it,
about IDP. Period.
go back and what there's a all right. So go back and watch some of these videos.
This
There's
guy's
some good
draws in
videos.
us, bro. I
There's some
I
good
don't believe him.
videos, man.
He's trying to finesse us. I have zero idea about it. He's gonna
James, all you got
This
to
is
do
only my second year doing fantasy.
Oh, really?
James,
Okay.
What,
did pretty
James,
good.
what you got to do, you just
Oh,
got
that's
to bump up.
believable.
You got to bump up 1 tier higher on Patreon, get to the superstar tier, then you get access to the Hustler Draft Guide. Got what, about 300, 400 IDP players broken down, so it'll tell you everything that you need to know.
Yeah, and just get from the top. That's all you got to do. And
But
that'll
he
probably
won't
be the
tell-
best advice.
But he
grab
won't
the
tell you
best
how to
players.
get to that page.
Oh yeah,
The next tier up.
Steamboat. Yep, Hustler. You'd love my 14 team super flex with 8 IDPs. I'm all
Yeah.
about it. And
Yes,
the
he
only
is.
reason we're doing 6 IDPs.
And I suck in that league for the record. Like I actually listen. I've been scraping in that league
It happened.
yeah, and
in the
And
bad
I-
way, not scraping as in fucking
Oh,
shit
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I was already thinking about this, and the reason we're doing 6 is for people who may not have done IDP before. I feel like with 12 teams, everybody should still be able to put together a decent 6. Either way.
Plus, if you can start
So with
like,
the
if you can get,
benches
like,
and everything
four
and all the IDP, how many rounds is it?
So
20 something
Yeah.
for real.
It has to be because then how many benches do you get?
Limited.
Let's see, there's going to be 9 starters on offense. There's going to be 6 starters on defense, so that's 15 right there. And then I like to do like 7 or 8 bench spots.
8. Okay, that works. I like 7 even.
Yeah,
so at least the waiver's not so naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's going to be and I guess it depends on how people do it, but yeah, the waivers shouldn't be naked because you better have some IDP, people on your bench.
No, I'm talking about like as far as like offense goes, like because like for someone like me personally, I'll probably just hold as many defensive guys I need to start, and I just hold hella skill because I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm an asshole like that. You know what I mean?
And there you go. And defense wins championships, so that's why you're not doing.
But I've never done too well in Steamboat's league, and you see my draft. You saw my draft in your IDP dynasty league.
So there we go.
We definitely can't unsee it.
Yeah,
this is why. And ain't no, you know what? Listen, I'm glad I'm building a rapport with you guys because now you guys will see my trade offers and hear my voice while you read my paragraph. Right?
while we put our phones in the trash cans.
Yes.
Oh god damn.
In my mind, I mean in your head, you will hear my voice while you read that fucking that essay about the trade offer I sent you.
All right, so we're doing it for sure, and I mean I like the $50 leagues, and then I could buy the championship ring, and we could get that all baked in, and then the winner's still gonna come out with like.
I'm gonna get Wise Man If in this joint too. He'll love this one.
We're gonna have 12. Are all 5 of us in it right here? I mean, I know you guys are good for the money, so, and Steamboat. So that's 6 right off the bat.
I'll get the 7. Wise Man If. I'll get him in there.
So that's 8.
Yep, and then
so we need 4 more. I'm sure
I always want to holler at Hard to Start Kev too because I love a good villain. You know what I mean? Like you can't have enough bad guys.
If you could talk him into doing IDP. Because that's what it's going to come down to with him.
It's a win in itself.
Yeah.
I love Kev too. He'll love this.
And for the people who may not know for the people who don't know about IDP scoring, I'll put together the doc with all the rules and the scoring and all that so people can see what everything is worth on paper.
Yeah.
We gotta get
Sweetness in them too. I know Sweetness won. He said I'd fuck with an IDP if it wasn't expensive. Okay, here we go. And let's do the draft like traditional, like the slow draft shit. I don't want to ruin myself. You know what I mean? So let's do some traditional.
Yeah, we got to find a time for everybody to draft. I got nothing to do except this. So
I would say like even the night before kickoff, like the day before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's try to.
And I'll be out of town next weekend.
Okay.
Going to watch opening day of college football with some buddies of mine, but after that I'll be cool.
So let's say September 8th. Let's work towards that.
What's everybody's objections with that?
That's like the day before kickoff. So that means like we waited all the way down if anybody fantasy dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. I'm good any day basically, other than this weekend, as long as it's around this same time.
James, that good for you?
Steamboat, I have to think about this one.
Every time is good for Steamboat.
I mean, how much are we talking again?
I think $50.
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
I know nothing about it.
What about the?
All right, Winkin' Weeds is in. There we go.
There it is. Boom.
We need to get Peter Eater in here.
Yeah, we got to get Perp the what do you say? Butterfly kisses.
Yeah, butterfly kisses.
You gotta get him in. Well, we'll get him in
what
here.
the fuck you guys are talking about.
It's just like inside league shit. It's inside.
I know. I'm just saying. It's funny.
It's funny. Yeah.
If you said it, he shall. According to Steamboat, if you said it, he shall come. Well, there you go.
I'm telling you, Steamboat's there, bro. He's like Candyman, bro.
Let's get Perp in here.
Don't say his name.
So
2 weeks away.
Hey, we'll save one spot. We'll save one spot. Get at least at 11. We'll save one spot. I'll talk to Perp. If he doesn't come in, we'll
Is he active, bro?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I want active motherfuckers, brother. Like
Dude,
I
he's
like it
active
when
in the
there's like,
chat. He talks shit in the chat. Oh,
I
man,
like it. Bring him in there.
Yeah,
Dial him up. Dial him
Oh
up.
yeah, he talks shit about me, so you'll be good with
What are
that.
you talking about, Bogart? You never post anything on the, on
Oh,
No, I don't. I don't. I'm a phenom. I'm a phenom, bro.
the chat. Send you a trade
You gotta
request you never
find me.
answer.
Because I didn't
Find
like
me.
the trade. I didn't like the trade.
That's how you start a conversation, though.
No, but see, here's the thing. Though, here's the thing. Like, I'm glad I got to interact with you guys in this fashion, right? Because like my first interactions with you guys, right, is like I was a man who just had my fourth child, and my girl was like literally in the hospital.
For sure,
right?
and everyone's pissed
My
off
girl-
at you. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, was so
And I'm
pissed
like,
at you. Oh
"Man,
my
the
god.
fuck?" And
He's
like,
like,
my
what
girl's like,
the fuck?
I'm like, I have 4 kids, and my fiance's in the hospital, and I'm at home with a newborn. I was like, oh, no wonder you're not married. It makes sense. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm like, fuck everyone. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, I love you guys now.
This sounds like a J-Mod comment.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it definitely was.
Oh,
It
that's
definitely
what I
was.
do it.
And
I
kept
don't know that.
I kept confusing you for him because of like,
No.
you know, you see the
Oh, yeah, 'cause
JC
there's
money.
JC,
Yeah. Yeah, so before I even knew it, I would be like, yeah, this guy JC money designer, money or Marco, whoever the fuck it is, bro. I'm like, and then
It
like,
wasn't me.
you know,
I don't flex
yeah,
in
it
the
wasn't
mirror.
you.
I don't flex in the mirror.
Or in a fantasy football chat.
Yeah. He's the best. He says he's the best. He's gonna win
I
all.
love
of them.
it. And nothing's ever gonna stop him now. He's the best
Mm-hmm.
around.
I just
I'll
can't
be
stop
closing it up.
flexing now.
All right,
All right, well-
was that the cue?
Yep, let's get out of here. That was cue to get out of here.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna put this together. I'm excited. A 1 QB league for you guys. This will be the one and the only that I do this year. One more than I did last year.
Yeah, but it's a way different probably than any other 1 QB league you've ever been in.
Well, yeah,
because
because I'm
IDPs and
You just put me to 19 paid leagues.
There we go.
Yeah, you have to do a kicker too. Don't forget
No.
about that.
I'm out.
No, we're not doing kickers. That's
You know what? Do it a super duper flex where you could also put a kicker in there.
It's not an option on Sleeper.
Yeah, it's true. Good.
It's only on my fantasy league, and we're not doing it on there. Fuck all that.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so what are you doing your
that
guillotine league on?
sucks.
What are you doing your guillotine league on?
Sleeper. Come on.
You can do it on
Sleeper,
here?
give me money.
You can do it on here?
Yeah. All you do is you just remove all the players off the team.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
about I'm
I would
thinking
be
about
gone.
I'm gonna
I
set
would
up
be
and
gone first
I'm gonna
week.
set one up. So my boss told me to set one up, so I'm gonna try to set one up.
18 teams. Yeah,
Yep.
do it on Sleeper.
Okay, I didn't know. He was like, "You got to do it on like a."
Hey, JC Money, I want to be the
guillotineleague.com.
first to apologize that I kept mistaking you for J Mod because that's that's the guy that's my enemy.
Yeah, he's your enemy. He
That's
should be
the
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
When I get
Not
married
me,
to
bro.
my lady that I've been with forever, that's gonna be my wedding speech. I'm gonna be like, yes, this guy, J Mod, he's not here
J-Mod.
right now,
I hate this guy.
but he said it couldn't be done.
Just say, actually,
married
don't even
because
give
of
him
him now.
praise. Don't give him praise. Be like, you know what? There was this one guy that I just did. I thought he was someone else, but he wasn't that guy. Better. That's a better speech. You talk about me. Like I thought this guy was this one guy who was kind of hating on us, but he wasn't.
I was
It
getting in
wasn't
the
him.
chat. I was getting in the chat. I was shitting on Justin. Yeah, dude. That was a horrible take. I'm like,
I almost turned off my notifications because you was blowing my phone up. I was, screw this guy.
I was trying to make. What was it? Yeah, dude. I was trying to send you like a million trades, bro.
Hey, Bogart, you know any info about the show that we're going to be on tomorrow?
Yes, we go on 8:30 p.m. Eastern live on YouTube / Breaking Down the Tape. Shout out to my guys, Zach and Hector. He said what he said for sure. Shout out to those guys, man. Those guys are awesome, and they're bringing on me and my guy Huss, and that's fucking awesome. It's gonna be a good time. 5:30 p.m. West Coast shit. And they also follow them on Facebook and everything. You know what I mean? Because that's where you'll find them everywhere.
Are you gonna be live on your channel too? You're gonna post it on your channel too? Both y'all?
No. We're guests. You know what I mean on this.
Yeah,
one.
we're just going on there and hanging out.
Cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Talking shop.
So
I actually plan to get fucked up
in the comments.
No, you can. I just said on YouTube. Subscribe to their joint too. These guys are awesome. They're Jets fans. They know their shit. They talk everything.
You just got to shout out and say that we're that you're mine and Bogart's homie because we know the comments that you put they might block your ass.
Damn.
Well, since you told me they're Jets fans, I'm definitely going after
You can't
the
be
Jets.
typing. Listen, man, you're conscious when you're typing those cancel comments, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's you.
That's why I had to start. That's why I had to start coming live because Hustler was censoring my comments. So I decided I might as well just get it before he could edit me out.
Hell yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a sleeper league that got converted to a dynasty, and I just happened to go through it, and I'm looking at the roster. We haven't drafted yet. And under IR, there's another section called Taxi Squad. What the fuck is that?
That's all your rookies. That you don't think is going to do anything this year. You put them on there so it doesn't take up one of your roster spots.
Yeah, you could do that.
Why couldn't they just say that?
With rookies? Because you know why? It's war, bro. Ain't nobody trying to tell you some info, man.
There's probably somebody from New York.
They want to destroy you, man.
Yeah, think about it like your practice squad, and even if it's someone that you think will do good, if you have enough spots, just throw everybody in there because you can roster other people in the meantime.
In my dynasty leagues, I have a lot of Chuba Hubbard, and I have 0 CMC, and he's just chilling in my taxi.
I got it. Okay, so that's how that works.
Yeah.
I feel like taxi to me is like a Brian Edwards or like a.
No. They got to be a rookie though to qualify.
I feel like
to put in there.
But on sleeper you can put up to like 2.
Oh,
3
word.
years, so yeah.
I didn't know that. Learn something every day.
It depends on the settings that you put. Every league that I'm in, I do it just rookies, and that's
to me. It's like I feel like 3 years because there's tight ends. Like, what if you're like, all right, I'm gonna target this tight end, and I know that most tight ends don't do 3 years, or like there's some receivers that don't blow up for 2 or 3 years, But you
got to make sure you know your friends really good that they're like 3-year friends in Dynasty. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to me, it's like if I join a Dynasty league, I want to be in it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad I got rapport with you guys now because we're in it for the long haul.
Oh, hell yeah, Bogart.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, it's the first time I ever did this. What do you give me some feedback on my team?
Bogart.
What was that, James?
Send me a
Give me some feedback on my team. This is the first time I ever did that 0 RB.
We've opened the dialogue. I got Michael Carter for you. Send me the deal.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, everybody in the. I guess if going 0 RB, I wouldn't have drafted a QB right there. I mean, I would have just waited. You did dominate like 2 positions right there, and I mean, dominated your first flex spot. But yeah, the RBs, like, I would be nervous as hell if that's who I was going into the season with.
I know everything I saw about 0 RB, it's risky. And
because this is why I argue against 0 RB. Is because the argument for 0 RB makes my argument. They say, if it's PPR, so many receivers and the safety of receivers, this and that and the third. I go the other way. I look at position scarcity, and in order, position scarcity is tight end, running back, receiver, tight end, running back, quarterback, receiver, in order of scarcity, right? Because in order of abundance, it goes the other way around, right? It goes receiver, quarterback, running back, tight end. So when I'm in a draft, I'm going to always diagnose what's the scarcity that I need, and that's usually running back, man. Because
that makes total sense because wide receiver is always deep.
Yeah, especially this year for sure, man.
I thought it was deep last year. It was like anytime I wanted to try to get a running back to get better bench guys for Well, for waivers, I'm like, there's nothing.
In all honesty, at that spot, you just got to go at that spot in the 5th. I go running back, and then so I like what Taco or the hero RB. If you're gonna go 0 RB, you go hero RB. Just
you go one big one,
and then you just wait till like the 4th or 5th or even 5th and 6th round.
Here's the Bogard method.
See, what do you think about the Kelsey though?
I'm not mad at it. Listen,
see, because I didn't, I don't like the
scarcity.
Giants.
It's
right, exactly. That's one thing. Zeke got me last year.
I'll take Gesicki.
I'm not too hot on Chubb. So, and I know that Kelsey's not going to be back the next time it comes around.
And then that's also your piece of Mahomes. But then you have to make up for it and fast, is what I'm saying. Right? You have to make up for it and fast.
At that point, it's like I draft running backs after that. Then
going back to the 0 RB, I feel like the 0 RB works better in dynasty leagues. And the one quarterback
because I'm not going to do it anymore. I say let me try it once, and it blew up. I mean, all my running backs are like, eh.
Yeah, in the one quarterback leagues, running backs are a premium, so it's hard to do 0 RB in one quarterback league.
Okay, Huss, I gotta go. My she's barking at me.
Yeah, I gotta get off here too.
Oh shit! I swear to God, I heard your dog say, "Yo, give me some food." I was crazy.
Did you hear her? She has been.
It's getting late.
She sounds like a fucking
English.
She sounds like a T-Rex. My dog sounds like a T-Rex.
What's funny? I thought I gave the cue earlier, right? I was like,
my God,
that's the cue. We went 20. That was like true Bogard fashion.
So
all right, guys, we're out of here.
See y'all.
Defense.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the